What's up, YouTube? What's up, NFL fans? We're back. It's me, I Live to Win, along with Billy B.
What's up?
We're here to give you guys our Week 2 picks. Last week we had a pretty successful week, and let's recap that right now. Bill, why don't you start us off?
All right, YouTube, I was 2-1-1 against the spread last week. I took the Cleveland Browns. They didn't win. Didn't think the Bengals would be able to take them down, but they did. So, what can you do? Also took the New England Patriots. They were -7. They won by double digits like I thought they would. I took the Arizona Cardinals. They were -7 against the Panthers. They won by exactly 7, so that game was a push. And then my upset special, I told you to take the Washington Redskins, and they won outright. They took care of the Giants. They beat them by 14. All right, so there was my recap of Week 1. I Live to Win's going to give you his recap now.
So, last week I went 2-0-2 against the spread. If you count Tennessee Titans +2 against the spread, then they tied that game. If you count the money line, which I did give you as well, then it was a loser. So depending on how you look at that upset special, winner, maybe it was a split. Depending on how you look at it, depends on how you look at my record. For against the spread purposes, I'm going to be 2-0-2 because against the spread means you have a spread with the game. The spread with that game was +2. I also mentioned it in the pick. So that pick would put me at 2-0-2. The rest of the picks are as follows. Arizona was the tie in there. Unfortunately, they couldn't cover the 7 points. They just tied it with the Carolina Panthers. The Eagles -4.5, and they covered that pretty easily. And finally, the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers went over 37 points, as I told you they would. They went way over that posted total. And that's how I did on Week 1 of the NFL season. And let's see how we do this week. Bill, why don't you start us off and give us your picks for Week 2?
All right, so my Week 2 picks, I'll start out with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are -14 against Seattle. I'm sure they're not happy with the way they played in Week 1, so they're going to want to get back out there and show that they're still a top team, and they're going to want to win really big. All right, my next pick is the Baltimore Ravens. They are -5.5 against Tennessee. They came out Week 1 really hot and showed the Steelers who the real bullies were. All right, my next pick, I'm taking the over of the Green Bay Packers and Carolina Panthers game. That is at 47. I think that game's going to go over really easily with the way the Panthers played last week. I think they might be able to score at least 20. And I think, you know, Green Bay is Green Bay. They're going to score a lot of points, and I think they can win this game, scoring about 30 points. All right, and for my upset special, I'm going to take the Indianapolis Colts against the Cleveland Browns. Browns let me down last week, and I think the Colts, you know, they're not really that bad, so I think they might actually win this game. Take them outright. If you're not comfortable with that, they're +3. All right, so there's my Week 2 picks. I Live to Win's going to give you his picks right now.
First off, we have Houston -3 versus Miami, and I think Houston will cover that easily. I think that this -3 spread is just, it should have been higher than this. I could have seen Houston -7, -8. So I love Houston -3. Dallas -3 against San Francisco. San Francisco stinks. They struggled against Seattle last week. I love Dallas to win this game. A lot of people are getting on Dallas. Yeah, Dallas didn't finish the game against the Jets. They struggled at the end. There was the blocked punt. Romo had the bad interception at the end of the game, the bad fumble. Despite that, they put up a lot of points on a good defense. They played well for 3 quarters. They're going to destroy San Francisco. Denver -4. A lot of people getting on Denver as well. Denver had a bad week against Oakland. They lost to the Raiders, but the Raiders beat them twice last year. The Raiders won 6-0 in the division last year, in fact. This week they're playing Cincinnati. A lot of people thought they'd be the worst team in the league. A lot of people, including my constituent, picked the Browns to win last week. However, Cincinnati won. They pulled it off. A late run by Cedric Benson sealed the deal. This week, they don't get as lucky. This week, Denver takes them down, possibly by 10 or more. Last week I gave you Philadelphia -4.5 against the St. Louis Rams, and they covered it. This week for my upset special, I'm going to take Atlanta to beat the Philadelphia Eagles outright. They are currently at +2.5, so you could take them +2.5. After all, last week my upset special won with the points. They didn't win outright. So if you want, you could take Atlanta +2.5, but I suggest you take them outright. Atlanta's run game is too strong for this Eagles defense. They should pound it down their throats all game long, and they should take the Eagles down in this game. I think Michael Vick will struggle, despite many people thinking he will have a very, very successful day, with a lot of people, including Skip Bayless, projecting him for over 300 yards passing and 100 yards rushing. I don't see it. Atlanta's the upset special. And that was my picks for Week 2. I hope to continue my success from Week 1 and keep it rolling.
Alright, so as always, make sure you give us a thumbs up, you subscribe, and you leave your comments below. You can always give us what you're picking, and let us know how we're doing. See you next week.